One of the worst things you could be doing right now is not managing your money right, regardless on how much money you make. Because I feel like right now in this economy, it's real easy to make bad financial decisions.
Hey y'all, in today's video, we're going to be watching people make poor financial decisions. In today's time, I feel like it's the easiest to go broke. You can literally finance anything. They make it so easy for you to spend money. I watch these videos once a week to remind me and not to make stupid decisions or to just simply learn from other people, because we're all human and we don't have to experience everything to learn. So let me go ahead and pull up the first video.
Listen, y'all gonna be mad when you find out that it didn't matter where you got your degree from, that you just needed to get a degree. So some of y'all paying 20, 40, 50 grand a year on tuition when you could have just gone to a state school and paid 6 grand a year. And when you graduate and find out that that job don't give a damn about what school you went to, okay.
I had to learn this the hard way. I definitely could have went to a community college and then transferred to FAMU 2 years later. That would have cut my debt in half. The only debt that I have, y'all, is student loan debt. And every day I wish I would have went to a community college. I know most of my audience that's watching this video, y'all already graduated and y'all are long past going to school and then furthering your education. But if anybody is watching this and they decided that they want to go to a university straight out of high school, please reconsider, because these adult bills, Sally Mae, she gonna get hers and she comes on time every month. They don't care about what school you went to. They don't even care about what degree you have sometimes. Sometimes all you have to do is have a bachelor's or a master's degree, not even in a field that's related, and you can get a job, y'all. I had to learn this the hard way.
Hey y'all, so I finally made it up to a point in my life where I set all my bills on auto pay, right? Yay me, I'm excited because I'm like, yeah, I ain't gotta check, I ain't gotta log in here, log in here, log in here. I ain't gotta check here, check there, check here, check here to see if I made sure I pay this, because baby, listen, I will forget. So I got all my bills set up on auto pay, so I don't have to worry about no bills not being paid, right? So something tells me to go check my car because I want to see how much I have paid on it since I had got it like last year, March, April, February, March, somewhere around that time, when I had got my BMW X5. So I checked my Capital One, which is, you know, who I got my van through, and I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, we almost halfway there, almost done. But I signed in to check my BMW, and it said I only paid $5,000. I'm like, no, I'm being scammed, because not only am I on auto pay, but I'm paying I'm paying $19.93, which is a hell of a lot, right? I know. That was the stupidest thing I ever done. But anyways, I'm paying $19.93 a month for my BMW X5. And y'all telling me that since last year of March, I only paid $5,000 towards my car? So I'm on chat like, y'all can have this thing back, because y'all ain't about to scam me no more. I'm not about to pay another year of $19.93 a month. And it seemed like it's not going towards nothing but interest. Like, it's not going towards the payment. It's not going to. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I made it to the point in life where I started making money, and I had a lot of dumb decisions, and I'm still learning, still growing, and I'm learning. But that was the dumbest mistake ever. But I'm here to tell you, y'all can have that car back. I will willfully bring the car back to the parking lot so y'all can have it. On my mama, on my soul, I'm not even playing. Because how have I had it for damn near, it's been a year now, and you telling me I only paid $5,000? I'm not playing with y'all. I'm on the app with them right now. I'm not playing with y'all. Is y'all crazy? Y'all let me know if y'all check. If y'all make sure y'all checking what y'all checking. I don't know. People be. I didn't know that you could make payments and it only go towards interest, honey. And when I set up auto pay, I thought that it was gonna go to the car payment or whatever, and whatever else it go to automatically. But apparently, I gotta log in and make sure that it's not just going to interest, that it's going towards the car, which don't make sense. If my payment is $19.93, then I would think that it automatically would go to where it needs to go. Lesson learned. Won't be a dummy no more. Won't spend no foolish money on nothing else. I am learning. But moral of the story, y'all can get this thing back. And that's on my soul. So y'all see, I just posted the screenshots, right? Now she asked me kindly confirm the reason you are returning the vehicle. I said I have had the car for a full year and it's only showing I paid $5K. I've been paying $19.94, which was wrong, $19.98 for every month for an entire year, and no way I only paid $5K. She said I totally understand. Kindly note a state required letter may be sent before your vehicle can be picked up. Ma'am, what? This is a scam. So no reasoning at all. Not, oh sorry ma'am, I see here you did pay over 11K. Nothing. This man, yeah. Come get it.
Okay, so that one was crazy. Let's just go ahead and pull up the calculator and let's do the math. So she said her car payment was $19.84 every month and she was paying it for a year. She paid $23,000 for having her car for a year, and only $5,000 of that went towards the principal. Our number one rule is I will never buy a new car, because as soon as you drive off the lot, the car depreciates by 12 to 15% in a year. So say if you buy a car for $40,000, a year later that car could be worth less than $30,000, and you could have put $10,000 into the car. So what you paid literally just went in the trash. So I would never buy a new car. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. And y'all, sorry about my lighting. The sun is coming in and out.
I won $100,000 after winning America's Next Top Model in 2017, and here is the story of my biggest financial mistake of my life. So after I won the show, they actually gave me a check for $100,000. Boom, baby, I'm rich. And for some reason, my little itty-bitty undeveloped brain thought that meant it was $100,000 post-tax. Like, they obviously already took out the game show tax because I got a check for $100,000. Newsflash, not the case. So anyways, I go and spend the $100,000. I paid $60,000 for an apartment in New York, but I had a roommate paying me back, and then I subleased it and they paid me back. Anyways, it wasn't that horrible of an investment, but obviously not the smartest thing I could have done. And then the rest of the money I spent taking my family on like nice dinners, and I bought one pair of shoes. And anyways, I spent the entire $100,000. I also got a car. Like, yeah, I spent the money, okay? What I should have done was put aside 35 to 40% of the money for taxes so that I'd be ready to pay that. But I didn't do that. I spent it all. And so I spent the next several years paying back the money in taxes to the IRS. Whenever you watch a game show and you see like, oh my God, they won $10,000 or they won a new car or whatever it is, just take that with a grain of salt, because not only are they going to be taxed on the actual cashola that they bring home, but like when you get a free car, you don't really get a free car. You have to pay the taxes and then all the other things that come with winning a prize on television. For the $1 million that you win on Survivor, you probably got to pay like $400,000 in taxes. That's nuts. But anyways, anytime I talk about this, people always freak out and they're like, oh my God, you're such an idiot. It's like, yeah, I was kind of an idiot. That's why I'm making this video in hindsight, okay? Lesson learned, and yeah, always prepare for taxes, everyone.
I don't think she was an idiot because she said that she was young. If anything, everybody around her failed her. At 2021, if I won $100,000, one, when you win something, you don't really appreciate it. And two, who the hell knows about taxes at 18, 19, 20? I didn't start learning about taxes and credit and things until I was about 24, 25. That's when I really started taking it serious. So at 20 to 21, 19, people don't know about taxes. Her parents should have informed her that 30 to 40% of this money needs to be put aside. They should have paid that to the IRS off top. Any lump sum of money, or you win a lottery or money just falls out the sky, put aside the money for the taxes. And more importantly, she should have invested that money, because she could have turned that $100,000 to $500,000 if she would have just had the right people around her. Again, she was young. I probably would have did the same thing, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I bought a house when I was 26 and fell immediately into poverty. Okay, when I lived with my parents, I was living my best luxury lifestyle. I went to South Korea, bought a 2,000 plane ticket, didn't even blink twice. I went shopping, luxury goods, all that. Was traveling, was just, oh, I was living it up. I felt rich. I had no bills. And I had a full-time 9-to-5 job. I was working as a nurse, okay? I was killing it. I bought my own house. That first mortgage payment came in and I was like, oh, this is a situation. But at first you think you can handle it, right? Like, you know, what's a couple thou? What's a couple thou? I got it. But then the pipes in my 80-year-old home broke immediately as soon as I bought the house. Wiped out my savings. Then another pipe in a different area of the house broke. Okay, I'm struggling. Okay, I need help. Then my neighbor's pipe, it was a twin house, her pipe broke. And she didn't believe that her pipe broke, but her pipe broke on my side of the house. So all of that water that was coming down was spraying into my home. And then my water heater broke. When I tell y'all, I went from living in the lap of luxury to destitute immediately. Now, don't get me to fooling y'all, because it was worth it in the long run, because that house is now worth like 2 times what it was worth then. So I'm actually doing pretty good. But at the time, when I tell you I was struggling, I had to go to my parents every other day for dinner because your girl could not feed
I
herself.
really love the insight on this video because a lot of people will tell you buy a house instead of paying rent, and they make it sound like it's always the best decision because of the that you can possibly gain on a house. But that's not the case for a lot of people. For most people in those situations, people can't take hit after hit after hit after hit. Thank God she had parents to go back to and lean on in a time of need, but everybody don't have that.
What is my worst financial decision in my 20s? Well, back in 2019, I decided to lease a brand new Lexus. Looking back at it now, I'm just like, what the fuck was I thinking? And to make it worse, I decided to buy it after the lease had ended. Let me explain why it was such a terrible idea. So here's the thing. Back then, I was naive, I was young, I thought leasing was the perfect solution for me to be able to drive a nice car. The monthly payments were a lot lower than if I had bought the car. And I don't know, I just felt like I was treating myself. I thought like, hey, I got investing money now. I can definitely afford this. I didn't realize that leasing was the most expensive way to drive a car. When you lease, you're paying to borrow the car. At the end of the lease, you paid thousands of dollars and you still don't own the car. On top of that, there are mileage limits, there are fees for wear and tear. It's just a lot. And of course, I didn't think about it at the time. I was just really excited to drive a fancy car. The red interior literally sold me. At the end of my lease, I decided to make another bad financial decision by actually buying it, because after making the lease payment and financing the purchase, I ended up paying way more than what the car is worth. I am never doing that again because I am running this car to the ground. Looking back, I realized that I just got caught up with driving a shiny new car because honestly, that car did not make me any happier or make me feel more successful. It definitely drained money that I could have used to save and invest. I'm gonna be driving this car forever until it dies.
Because she could have had that same car, possibly not at the same rates. That's another reason why people like to lease cars, because you get a lower payment. You lease a car versus if you're going through financing it.
Oh, TJ Maxx, $9,562.30. Welcome to my new series where we expose Diva's bad financial decisions so that you can feel better about yours. Who is Diva? That's me. I'm the diva of bad financial decisions, or at least I used to be. Why am I exposing these? Because you've asked. And I'm trying to pay off my Affirm and Klarna loans. So as you can see, it's $9,562.30 that I owe. Now you are seeing a over limit because this account is closed. It's in hardship. It is officially on 0% for 60 months. So this will probably be the last thing I pay off simply because it is 0%. Every time I make a payment, it goes down. Prior to entering hardship, if I only made the minimum payment, which was a little over $300 a month, $250 if I wasn't paying a late fee that month, was 22 years, and it would total $32,199 with an interest rate on purchases of 32.24%. That is stupid. Remember, this was the past, not the present. I got charged in 2024 $190 in late fees. A total interest of $1,583.34 was charged. Yes, I was still using my cards. And my total interest paid was $2,518. And when I say my card was still being used, it was being used for bills, as I had a deficit long before I started getting out of debt. Don't make bad financial decisions.
Okay, so we're gonna end the video on that one. And I had a similar situation happen when I was 18 years old, entering college. I had a pink credit card, y'all, and I was scared to get a real credit card. So I was just like, let me get a pink credit card. I feel like everybody had the Victoria's Secret and the pink credit card. That was just my first credit card, y'all. And I went and I bought 3 bras. I believe I bought 3 bras, and I think they had like a panty sale. I bought a few panties, and then after that, I paid the minimum payment the next month. At 18 years old, at the tender age of 18 years old, I did not understand that I had to pay that back off in full. No one ever broke down credit or explained anything to me. So I paid the minimum payment. After that, I'm like, well, I didn't spend any more money. The next month rolled around and I didn't spend any money. I'm like, well, if I didn't spend any money, that means I don't have a minimum payment to pay because I didn't spend any money. I did not understand. Oh, someone is calling me, y'all. I'll call her back. But I did not understand that I needed to pay that off, not to have a minimum payment the following month. I didn't understand that, y'all. Fast forward to a year later, I got sent to collections and I had to play Victoria's Secret, aka Pink. I want to say like it was between $300 and $500. This was years ago, so I don't recall the exact number, but I know it was like 20, 30, 40 times the amount of money that I spent at Peak. That's when I started to learn about interest. I didn't know anything about interest. So she had a interest rate that was over 30%, which is astronomically high. Like that's predatory. I don't know. Remind me never to go back into TJ Maxx or to look at a credit card. That's why anytime I go to the register and they be like, oh, would you like to add a credit card? Would you like to save 40? No, I don't want to save any money today to be in debt tomorrow. It's an absolute no. When it comes to credit cards, I do not play because interest, it does not play. And that's how they make their money. I'm happy that she's sharing her story so other people can know to say no and stop buying into instant gratification. It ain't nothing that TJ Maxx got that should have you paying back over $30,000 in debt. I didn't even know they sold stuff worth that at TJ Maxx. That's insane, y'all. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.